Probably retreat from last year. There was lots of bonding and I met a lot of fun people.
Probably retreat like this year. I really like that, like, okay, it's kind of bad, but like the seniors just like snuck off and then we like trailblazed and then we hiked that, like, we're on top of that dome and we ran through like a whole ass.
No, I ran through it.
We all ran through it, and then we were
I was
screaming.
the poison ivy.
Do the tunnel.
Oh yeah, rubbing Jackie's legs
Yeah.
vigorously with poison oak remedies.
Yeah. So when we had we ran into the boys' room at night.
Oh,
we were
yeah.
just talking
And we got
for like hella long. And then Mr. Lee came and he opened the door.
He was like, "What are you doing?"
And Knock thinks that we were sleeping together.
Every time I think of retreat, you know, it's part of leadership, but like just like the memories there, just like the good vibes, like it's always in here.
Meeting a lot of new friends who have come to become a new leadership member.
Sophomore year, Zoe Drury and I stayed up until like 2 a.m. At retreat playing Texas Hold'em with Mr. Lee and Knock. And then when we eventually lost, we were walking home and we saw a raccoon. I don't know, it's funny.
Probably homecoming preparations, especially float building.
Filming and editing this year's senior video.
I remember like breaking down from float building. All those times were really fun, and like senior year, like I chose not to do it and like stayed at the game, and I got really sad because I saw everyone's snaps. So I was like, oh, I remember when we did all that.
My most memorable moment is probably editing the senior video with Marla, Carly, and Jeremy.
Getting caught in the boys' room during the retreat.
Float building freshman year, I was shaking a can of paint and it exploded all over me. That was pretty embarrassing.
I feel like every time like Knock gets mad at me in like at like Mr. AHS or something, or like at any event that like I have to like run and he like gets mad at me in front of people, I just think that's really embarrassing.
When we worked super hard on our float and it kind of crashed and burned right before the game.
When I was a sophomore, I asked my senior crush to lunch in leadership, and I do not regret it, honestly, but it was a little embarrassing.
Probably on a Friday when we were filming the newscast and I saw that the handicap pole is pretty loose, so I started shaking it, and then I thought it'd be a good idea to see how strong it was so I tackled it and ended up bringing it to the floor. And then I didn't realize that we were in the middle of Senate too, so it was right outside of the pit, and I guess a good amount of people saw it.
For me, it wasn't in leadership, but yesterday I ripped my boxers. I ripped my boxers doing squats yesterday.
Love my committee, especially Julia, Zoe Moore, Nyla, Winston, oh god, legend, bro.
Jackson and Julia and Sammy and Marla and Holly.
She does.
My favorite underclassmen are obviously Jeremy and Marla because love my committee, but I also love Kyla and Alexis and Audrey and all the underclassmen, but they're my faves. So Marla and Jeremy because they're my committee members.
Zoe, Nick,
Conrad and Chris. You said Jackson. I love Jackson. Sammy.
I love my sophomores too. And
Winston.
I love
Winston,
Winston, bro.
I love talking to Winston.
Samantha, even though I don't talk to you, you're so cute. And like Corey, oh, you out here trying.
I love both of
that.
Literally environmental is the best.
For me, I think Bella, she's super cool, and like, you know, she's someone I can talk to, like, she's gonna do great things one day.
For me, I would say Claire Fox, underclassmen of the student voices, such as Jeremy, Marla, because they're cool people.
I second that.
Who are your favorite underclassmen in leadership?
Probably Kaleem, even though he's irritating.
Well, I love all of them, but Maddie and Tiffany.
Probably Astrid. Alexis Cantley. Marla Fumivong. Kyung Lee. Harry Ross.
Julia Kennedy and Winston Train.
All of Jeremy, Yuli, and Ryan.
Winston!
Obviously.
Winston, let's go.
More honorable mentions. You want to take it off?
Marla, Jeremy, Nick, Zoe, Julia's,
Ramos, and Kennedy.
Eric Choi. Or Eric and
Eric is pretty.
Corey Choi.
Corey, yeah, Corey.
Nico Abe.
My freshman year, I wasn't here in leadership freshman year, but I played softball with Purse. He's like foot to throat, or like infielding, hitter in the shade, or like we played a bunch of cream puffs. I don't know. He just said a bunch of terms I didn't really understand.
I think not just like, he doesn't say anything kooky to me, but he just like, every time I walk through the halls and I'm like by myself, he like feels the need to like yell your name. And also he was like not a tree, a limb. And half the time he called me Jackson. I'm like,
when I was filling in the hive, Nock told me that I'm gonna meet my husband at Irvine and that we're gonna get married in like 5 years, and I was like, that's really soon.
So everything this year is pretty cool to me. What about you, Vin?
Coach First Class is every time when I say hi to him, he always call me Swaggy V.
I don't know if anybody's seen the Proud Family or if they remember La Cienega Boulevard as his grandpa Poppy, but he laughs a lot like Poppy.
One time, Nock texted me cray cray in all caps, CRA space CRA.
Purse calls me grandma, and I think that's kind of funny. It's an inside joke. One time, Alexis was like using her diabetes pump thing, and then Nock thought it was her phone, and he yelled at her, and it was messed up. But it was like funny. The whole class was laughing. Alexis thinks it's funny. Okay.
When I was a freshman transferring into leadership, Purse made the whole class say Chris. Oh no, Purse was like, when I say Chris, you say tuh. And he made everyone say tuh and say Chris, and I felt really awkward because that was my first week of leadership. You remember that?
I believe sophomore year when we were doing retreat, there was no space on the bus, so Jackie and I were riding back with Nock in his car, and we were talking about like GT time, which is girl talk, and then Nock kept going, oh, we need to do GT time, GT time. So like the rest of that year and like junior year, every time we saw Nock, we were like, oh, when are we doing GT time?
Grandma.
It was grandma.
I love the people. They're so fun.
Great. I like just love the idea of like being able to bring like events to people that they'll remember for like the rest of their life, hopefully. Like, I don't know, that idea to me is like wild. And then I love my committee because like we're super close and like we're like a family, and like, I don't know, I say like a lot.
and like being in leadership puts you out there more.
The camaraderie and just kind of how like I feel like I can make a difference, you know, and I know the process, which helps me.
Helping each and anyone who's stuck with and consider needing help, no matter what, how hard it is, it's risky and challenging to do at the same time.
My favorite part is that I just met a bunch of cool people this year that I probably wouldn't have met otherwise, and it's a great mix of people from all grades.
My favorite part is probably knowing everything that's going on at school and having that connection that not a lot of people get, because everybody walking around just sees the posters in the hallway or hears the announcements, but I'm seeing it happen as it's being planned, and so it's like more ingrained in my head, and then I can relay the information to my friends or whoever.
Yeah, that, and I like that we're like close with admin and like the campus security and stuff, so if we ditch, they don't even care. And my favorite part of being in Student Voices is just being able to film and edit and stuff, because that's what I want to do when I grow up.
Leadership is family on God, and you're just in the know without even trying.
I made a lot of friends, and it's like kind of a community, and I'm actually like, one of my favorite things was seeing how much like Krista and Jasmine changed, because we're all like freshmen.
Hanging out with Jeremy, Carly, and Marla, just hanging out with them every day, and you know, we just gotten close over the year, going to Tahoe and the senior video.
You know, I'm gonna miss my committee a lot.
Cleaning the hive.
They're my family, second family, so yeah, I love them.
I love my committee.
Probably Nico Abe, as he is the funniest man I've ever met.
He's had our hearts since sophomore year. Jackie Lim! Yeah! Jackie Lim!
my girl Lily,
my boy Steven.
oh, and Daryl, because he's really nice.
Katya Morgan.
Me too. Oh yeah, and Morgan.
I'm gonna miss Christina the most, just because we got really close this year from the retreat and also from being in APES together, and yeah, I'm just really gonna miss her.
My favorite senior would be Daryl. He's really encouraging, extremely sweet, and he's just overall a really nice person, and I appreciate his happiness that he brings to the room.
I'm gonna miss Andrew, Peng, and Johnson, Zheng the most because they were the first friends that I made in high school.
I think I'll miss Andrew the most.
Daryl and Christina the most, just because they were the first senior friends I had in leadership and they really included me in this class.
Probably Katya. I'd say Carly.
I can't forget Haley. I'm gonna miss her so much. Oh, Haley. I'm gonna miss Daryl. I love you, Daryl. I love you, Vince. I love you, Vince.
Khalif.
I just miss everyone. I'm so sad. Class of 19.